That guy was trying to corpse slide away from me. How dare he? I think I found something these guys are weak to. I don't know what that did. Okay, gem lattice. Average. What's up, Two Talon? Sorry, I talked to you and then I just didn't acknowledge that you actually were here. Weird. I'm sure you were greatly offended. Rude Sylvanite pants. Suck compared to what I've already got. You went and tried downloaded Palworld? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a game I would enjoy personally playing, but I liked watching it. It looked fun. Just fun to watch for me. Did you enjoy it? Putrefied. We'll sell that. You're still working on it? Oh, it's the thing I need. I was all like, do I trash this? No. Dummy. Oh, you've only played for like an hour? Yeah, then you've essentially done nothing. Well, for the hour you have played, do you like it so far? Sanguine for optimism, phlegmatic for reservedness, and melancholic for pessimism. A bias in any of these three would have interesting results, assuredly, but potentially disastrous ones as well. Sanguine for optimism, phlegmatic for reserved, and melancholic for pessimism. So sanguine is optimistic. All right, let's go sanguine. One would assume optimistic would be a good option. I'm gonna go ahead and sell minor health regen, because if I need to regen health, I'll want it at a higher rate. Well, it has very, contrary to popular belief, Palworld has very little in common with Pokemon other than the obvious appearance. But the commonality basically ends there at the catching of monsters part. Every other part of the game is significantly different. Did I not listen to this thing up here? Like, even the combat is not Pokemon-esque.
Strange creatures, these mortals. They wake, they work, they worry. It is a joyless undertaking, life. The wolds now bear the mark of time, of smoke and frailty. And there is more. A wearying of magic. Did these mortals bring it with them in their tents and wagons? Or is it a symptom of something much more sinister?
I haven't felt this good in years, but something's wrong. Please, the grain must be tainted still. If the soldiers ate this, something in Connaught must still be amiss. Ah.
They don't like it. Alright, let's just go deactivate it. What is this blessing anyway? Ooh, 1 health regen per second? Wasn't there a chest right there? Weird.
Thank the gods, my thoughts are clear. By the gods, I finally have my thoughts returned to me, and Denrit's mind is his own again as well. It is not much, but here is what reward we can spare you. Thank you. My husband Denrit and I run the Rond farm. There is much to tend to, but we managed to get it all done. Denrit Rond is my husband. Together we run the Rond farm and keep things in order. This is our home. Denrit and I built it with our bare hands, and will build it again. It's the nearby town. We do trade with them. Though, once my husband and I became, well, crazed, we were prevented from going back. Ah.
It feels good to be free of the madness. Thank you for all you've done. I am the head of the Rond farm. There's always lots of work to be done. My wife, Alrette, helps me keep up with all the work on our farm. Without her, everything would be a mess around here. The town ended its trade with us when all the madness began. I am confident we will repair our relationship with the town.
Okay. I guess we'll go to Helmgard Keep. What's up straight north? Let's go straight north first. Locks? What that's in reference to.
Oft here have Fey-born friends stood and gazed on ancient stone. Oft too have Alfar and humans stood just the same, silent, searching. From crumbling rubble what hymns rise from their yearning hearts. The children of dust deny no gods. They stroke these stones like statues. Hand of Enadon, hem of Lyria.
Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Master charged handle. Okay.
What is it now? I've told you before, and I'll tell you again. We will leave when there is someplace else for us to go. Tell your friends in Emer that as long as the Tuatha burn our homes, we'll keep searching for a place to settle.
What?
They claim to be low on supplies, to be unable to spare even the smallest charity. But I know better. I have seen. Unlike us, they have everything they need, and more. I was raised in Colne and spent my summers fishing the Twili coast. And when the war came, I threw my lot in with General Tolera. May she forgive herself. Here we are safe from the Fae, all of them. We are simple people. We don't wish to be pawns in the games of immortals, summer or winter. As for Emer, the villagers have made it very clear that we're not welcome. There would be more understanding if they had endured our hardships. I saw them with my own eyes, and I know Tuatha killed my fair share in the war. I am Elrod Edmund, leader of this pathetic band of ragmen. We come from the farms of the Twili coast. Go there now, and you will find only ruin. The Tuatha raiding parties terrorized us where we were safest. At home. There are spies among us, my friend. And they must be rooted out. Will you help me? Kill them. What else? I would do it myself, but I must lead my people. They have no hope left to speak of. My strength is all they have. Fine. Then we shall be discreet. There are 3 whom I suspect of scouting for the Tuatha. They are paid in gold. There is no record of their actions. Onred Amphast is posing as a military recruiter, while Froma and Nag are both residents of our camps in the plain. Be careful. Consider all of them well connected. Be swift. Be merciless. Onred lurks in the shade of the Forsaken Plain mostly. Try Emer, or the West Phalanx. Froma and Nag are likely in one of the refugee camps to the east. Good luck.
Yo, let's go. Look at this. The vendor in here.
Oh, hello. I don't recognize your face. Strangers are somewhat scarce in a village like this one. Good day. I am Anchor Edmure, scholar and novice sagecrafter. Of course, I may not be a novice much longer. Not after the Scholia Arcana reads my latest discoveries. They are the supreme authorities on magic, and for years I have petitioned them for membership. Unfortunately, they have yet to recognize my scholarship. I have lived in Emer for many years, uneventfully so. But recent events have led me to believe that my time here is all part of a greater destiny. You see, my apprentice Donald and I have noticed strange weather patterns that occur only in the Forsaken Plain. We don't have answers yet, but we will. I follow the strains of magic to this spot, across fields and forests and overseeing stone. There's a great power resting beneath Emer. It's ancient, wild. Very few have noticed, but the temperature around the Forsaken Plain is dropping. It's so slight that you wouldn't even feel the chill unless you knew to expect it. I don't know the cause of this phenomenon, but I'm sure whatever it is will greatly interest the Scholia Arcana.
Hemorrhaging. I want to break those down.
Goodbye.
Okay. I lose the health regen, but I gain a lot of armor. I kind of need the health regen because I'm not getting it from anything else. And this building's got like
Just
everything.
give me a
in it.
straight answer. Is the General still in the cradle of summer?
She is for as much good as it'll do her. But the cards don't lie. She'll never get that door open. Fate says it's so.
Yes. Well, then I suppose we'll just have to change fate, won't we?
I am on official business. Unless you've been sent by the Alfar army, we have no reason to speak. I was a soldier once, in the years before the Crystal War. I saw many die at Galafor Fields. You could say I learned my lesson. Let's just say I'm glad I'm not one of them. War is harsh on many people in many ways. Those of us who can avoid the suffering should. I'm here as a recruiter for the Alfar army. My superiors believe there's still fresh blood to be wrung from the Forsaken Plain. They're wrong, of course. Ask anyone and you'll get the same answer. They're animals. They care nothing for the mortal races. We're just dust to them. Enough! Keep your voice down. You're right. I'm a scoundrel and a coward. But you would have done the same thing. Give me a chance to make it right. You have my word, as a father. My informing days are over. Good riddance.
What do you need? Please, make yourself comfortable. We don't see too... Relax, and partake of what our small hamlet has to offer.
It's a bewildering hammer. Stun. Okay. That makes sense. Greater warrior strength.
This is the birthplace of alchemy in the Feylands. These plains have been soaked in the deepest magic. Every leaf, every stem, every root holds secrets. If you want to know more about our history, and about the fascinating flora and fauna of the Forsaken Plain, speak to Molly upstairs. She's a sweetie. Refugees from the coast of Twili. They claim their village was burned by Tuatha, but I know better. The Tuatha here in the realm of the Summer Court? I think not. They began arriving several weeks ago, marching from Galafor with their belongings dragged behind them. We've given them all we can, but we only have so much. No problem. We just fixed one up all nice and tidy. You're welcome to it. Well, you know where to go if you need a place to rest. Be well.
Isn't it a glorious day, as if Helios himself warms us with a smile? To what do I owe this courtesy? I only have a few moments to spare. The Godstorm awaits my return, and it doesn't like to wait. I was born in the city of Rathir, an orphan of the Wending. One day, I stumbled upon the Scholia Arcana library, and I found new life in the ancient books.
Bro, get out of the way.
It is a good place to find the peace I need to complete my work, although the refugees have certainly slowed progress. I am not one for the cacophony of any kind. I don't know how the Fae in the Cradle of Summer can stand having us so near. Our mortal din is far too distracting even for me. My advice to them would be to gain some perspective. Villages grow and burn. There is only one event that is worth our attention, and that is the Godstorm. Of course, I don't typically prefer the company of others. Take the leader of these refugees, for example. Master Elrod Edmund. Gruff, coarse, not a pleasantry in sight. I have never laid my gaze upon it. Such a thing would not be proper. I am a dustling, a child of death. The Cradle of Summer must not be sullied by my taint.
Gross.
Why, the Godstorm is the greatest event that our fragile world has ever witnessed. It was a battle, a conflict between Fae. They call it the Withering War. That's why I relocated to Emer to complete my book, the definitive work on the subject. The village is nice enough, quiet, although the new arrivals give me no peace. Sadly, I lack the last few resources needed to tell the full story. The works of the famous scribes Ewald, Dalston, Callus, and Wildfrold. Gone. I was so close.
Alright. I have no idea what this guy said, but that's fine. I don't really care.
It is not in the Fae's nature to fight. The summer and winter courts have existed in harmony since the beginning of time. Leave it to us mortals to ruin a good thing. 500 years ago, the Summer King Issa and the Winter Lord On broke from that pattern and fought a battle here, on this very plain. The land carries the scars. They are lost to the ages, I'm afraid. Minds such as Ewald and Callus are rare. I suspect that their works have been spread across the plains.
Alright, so I have to go find some documents.
Keep your eyes open.
Hi. Hello, I'm Orca Tetran, village healer. You're new in Emer. I never forget a face. Are you with the refugees? They are a sorry caravan. I, for one, believe their stories. Look what the Tuatha have done across the sea, and what they intend to do if they arrive here. Gods forbid. What would stop them from sending warriors to hunt us down by our very hearths? The Tuatha will not rest until they break us. That is why we must never let them. I'm sure you've heard about how Emer is the birthplace of modern herbalism, a cradle of enchanted flora, a haven for the wildest reagents. Me, I don't care about that. I like the people. We get all sorts of interesting folk in here, like Oddwald the Scribe, like you. Nope, I'm never bored, not in Emer. I've never met one so obsessed. He goes on and on about his life's work, as if other mortals will find his study of the Fae as fascinating as he does. You can usually find him holed up in his house across the way, but sometimes he spends time here with us in the tavern. Safe travels.
Oh, it's you. I'll be back. I'll talk to you later.
Hello there. It's about time. Someone new. I was beginning to think I'd turned to dust here at this counter alone, uninteresting and not having spoken to another soul in days. Han likes to keep me up here because down there I fill his ears with talk. Like that's a bad thing. This village is a graveyard sometimes. Talk would do it some good. Molly Janik at your service. I teach alchemy. What can be taught, that is. Most of it is a gift. Either you have it or you don't. It's big business around here. The magic of the Forsaken Plane has cooked up some mighty strange ingredients, that's for sure. You'll find some pretty weird stuff. My father was an alchemist. He trained me and my sister Lila to carry on his legacy. Lila hates people. Spends most of her time in the Cradle of Summer, alone.
Yeah, I feel that.
What do you want to know? If you're going to spend time with Lila, you might want to prepare yourself beforehand. She's, unique. Lila has spent far too long in the Cradle of Summer with the Fae and their magic. All of that exposure has, how do I put this, altered her perspective. She's strange, all right. There, I said it. Dull. I hate to say it, but the refugees are the most excitement we've seen here in weeks. You'd think there'd be more drama with a war on, but not in Ymir. Here we are between the Cradle of Summer and Rothia, and I spend my days watching the clouds drift by. Han is an idiot. He's the only one who's imposed this ban on refugees in the village. To what end? They don't want trouble. Only food, water, a warm bed. Idiot.
Han.
I'll wait for you.
Woo, excuse me, goodness.
Thank you for coming all this way. I don't know if you heard that, but it sounds as if General Talera is still here in exile. For all but losing the fortress of Mel Sinshir. Long ago, Talera led our forces, but then the Tuatha produced a foe she could not best. Her forces barely survived the retreat out of Cluracan. Many blamed her for the loss, to have built up hopes so high, only to have them topple. That was Talera's crime, and she has paid for it, day after day. You're as quick as ever. Talera is in the Cradle of Summer, banished from the battlefields of Mel Sinshir, until she can atone for her past. According to the Fate Weaver here, she seeks an artifact from Ural Tusk that might break the siege and aid our forces. But she cannot do so alone, for poor Talera is fated never to succeed. That is where you can help. In a hidden valley, northwest of the plains of Erethel, the ruins of Ural Tusk lie undisturbed, as they have for many centuries. What Talera wants there is beyond me, but I trust her, even if it goes against my better judgment. Last I heard, General Talera was somewhere in northern Erethel, searching for a way to turn the tide of the war. I think she took a squad to Ural Tusk. You should be just what the General's looking for.
Need a hand?
Okay, she's staying here, I guess. Alright, so Han is the idiot. pawn here.
You resemble someone of authority. 2 rogues, likely freemen, have stolen a precious item from me. Pay attention! And to think my taxes pay your salary.
Your taxes don't pay me.
I am W. Mundus, owner of Oddities and Curios by W. Mundus. I have lived in the village for nearly 1 year. I detest it. And don't get me started on the Alfar.
Tell me about the Alfar.
One must keep an eye on every possession since the freemen began to terrorize the plain. Some dare to enter the village even with the militia outside. Disgusting, sweaty, pathetic things. Do not misunderstand me. I have sympathy for the wretched, but only if they're far from my doorstep. This village was once a bustling crossroads for traders and dealers in the arcane. However, in recent years, it has become a barren outpost for the ignorant. It was an impressive gem sold to me on the road to Haxi. Quite the curio. It is called the Eye of Aman, a magical token shaped by the Fae Aman the Clever. I've yet to research it thoroughly, but it is certainly valuable. There were 2 of them, swarthy brutes, hairy, filthy. I shudder at the thought. The beasts ransacked my antiquities collection and stole several notable items. I am a gentleman, and if you can recover my amulet, I will make it worth your time and effort. I glimpsed them leaving through the back window as they made for the woods. Name your price. Well, perhaps that's not accurate, but you will win my favor. And they don't call me the richest man in Gorehart for my charming personality.
You're from Gorehart?
Excellent. I will stay here, secure, and wait for your return. I've told you everything, fool. Farewell, stranger.
Dick. Alright, I do have some health gems in Kenarok as well. And once I get some items that'll help me, that I can socket, I'll go do that. I'm the highway robber. Oh, he's all the way up there. Damn, dude. This seems much more fluid and like moving around here is going to be much more wonky. Alright, north it is, I guess.
Do you have it? Help me! Bandits stole my amulet, the Eye of Aman, and I must get it back. Please! Don't insult me. You know damn well who I am, and what I've done. I'm surprised Mundus's wrinkled old head had enough sense left to tell you. Haven't you heard? The Tuatha have moved raiding parties inland. They've sacked homes all along the coast. Farms burned, whole families killed. Those of us that have survived are moving west, hoping the Summer Fae will provide a safe haven. The last hope for the hopeless.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Lucid. I'm like, bro, are you alright?
Not professional bandits, exactly. but sly enough to cut a living out of this dried and dusty wasteland. You never know where they're going to strike next. They should be ashamed of themselves. With all they have, the least they can do is spare a little extra for the dying. We're not bad people, just unlucky. I knew the gem was cursed. I overheard Faye speak of it, and of the great trickster Armen. But the curse is worth the agony. Imagine the gold! So, old Mundus knows what happened. Well, I don't have the amulet. Gelt does. He took it from me. In exchange, he left his dagger in my shoulder. Hurry, there isn't much time.
Alright, man, you have fun with that, I guess. Man, get dumpstered. Okay. Bristlethorn? Hello.
From the naked dirt sprang the Majestics, the firstborn of the wilds of Ashara. Around them, they heard the song of splendor of a once and future summer. And they responded. And the earth moved. The carver shaped, the architect built, and the shaper composed.
Oh, I leveled up. Go with alchemy. 3 points. I have 61. This requires 70, so it's still going to be a while for that. The warrior. Okay. Like that upward slice is lifting a bear clean off the ground.
Departing their home beyond the Vale, the firstborn were torn asunder, with a cry that still lingers in the heart of every god tree and mountain. Then, emptiness, followed by a darkening sky, and the frost wept with the first winter.
Oh wait, Robber's on the north side. Okay. Hello? I'm stuck. Sylvanite Greatsword. Hello.
Oh, hello. Lovely weather. Have you spotted any sativa fiber? It's okay if you haven't. I'll keep looking. Lovely weather. You met Molly? I love Molly. We haven't seen each other for years. She likes to talk about alchemy, while I like to do it. Have you ever eaten star thistle? It burns. I've always felt a kinship with the flora of the plains. Do you? Can you feel them break the soil with their stems, their muse of thirst on the driest of days? I do. I use it in potions to protect the corporeal form, to ensure health and longevity. It also makes a pretty decent aphrodisiac. That's something you're interested in. There is no richer region for reagents in all of Amalur. They say this is where the summer fae first rose from the earth. I find the fae very odd. How about you? Leela Janik, didn't you know? I thought that's why you were speaking to me. I collect plants to sell, to mix, to eat. Some of them I haven't figured out what to do with yet. What I'd love is some sativa fiber, fresh and unpicked. There's a patch of it, but the spiders won't let me near. Oh, hello. Did you just get here?
Hi.
Why wouldn't I want it? I've been chewing it since I was a child. It's what makes me impervious to harm. I'm completely indestructible, in case you hadn't noticed. If you can help me get that sativa, then I will be sure to give you a discount on all my alchemical goods. My sister Molly is a trainer. She'll drop her prices too, I promise. Don't do it on my account. The Cradle of Summer will provide. They have a nest in one of the small crevices at the foot of the cliffs. You'll know it by all the corpses.
Okay. Thanks. Greater Jeweled Shillelagh. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, bye.
Are you one of the intruders? One of the children of the dust? What else can we possibly give you that you haven't already taken? The Cradle of Summer is not a flower for the plucking. I am Kalar, guardian of the Cradle. Terenier and I safeguard what has never needed protecting, until now. With our weakening magic, the Fae must tend to our own. For many seasons, we have protected this sacred space from the darkening influence of the mortal world. For it is here where we Summer Fae first set foot in Amalur. But with the rise of the Tuatha, the magical barriers protecting the Cradle of Summer have weakened. If this continues, nothing is safe from the blight of winter. Mortals, children of the dust. Those who seek only to steal the treasures of the land from which we sprung, to end the deep slumber. Mortals, like you, who seek to bend nature to their will, to make it bow before them as a servant, not embrace it as a guide and mother. Mortals, thieves, liars, and weaklings. They have stolen items of great power. They have stolen the 3 staffs. They are Rivener Tarsus, Gloamfrost, and Ender's Fire. 3 incredible weapons forged to end a war that was threatening to engulf your mortal world. Such prizes, such items of power and importance cannot be kept in the open, and so they were hidden here. That is, until the intruders took them.
I'll get them back.
A child of the dust wishes to help the cycle? Why, there is no precedent. If you truly wish to assist those of us in the deep slumber, you are welcome to. The 3 staffs were stolen from Sill Hollow and destroyed by the thieves who did not comprehend their power or their value. I heard their dying screams. The pieces must be recovered and the staffs must be reforged. If you can do this, you are more worthy of the Cradle than I could imagine. But likely, you will not. They were wielded during the long twilight of the Withering War. Those 3 weapons uprooted mountains and left the lush plain forsaken. They are the lightning, the fire, and the ice. They are precious. And while their magic has weakened in these fell lands, they are still cherished and must be returned. It is the most powerful form of Fey reverie. A connection between our people and our birthplace of Ashara, the realm from which all magic is born. We in the Cradle of Summer slumber to protect this sacred place. We draw energy from our homeland and use it to maintain the barriers that keep out the beasts and men.